Nevon had dreams, big ones. He wanted to travel the world, build a company, make his parents proud. His notebooks were filled with ideas, quotes, plans, but there was one problem. He couldn't focus on anything long enough to finish it. He'd start reading a book, then switch to a podcast, begin writing an idea, then jump to a YouTube video. His mind was a race, but with no finish line. Every night he'd say, "Tomorrow I'll really get things done," and every tomorrow looked like today, scattered, noisy, unfinished. When people asked how he was doing, he'd say, "Busy." But deep down, he knew the truth. He wasn't busy. He was lost. He had energy. He had ambition. But like water with no container, it just spilled everywhere. One weekend, his cousin Arav came to visit. A calm, quiet guy who recently landed a scholarship abroad. They talked for hours. Nevon finally asked, "How do you do it? How do you stay focused when everything pulls you in different directions?" Arav smiled. "Because I learned something no one teaches in school," he said. "I'll show you." The next morning, Arav took Nevon to the kitchen. He placed a small candle on the table and lit it. "Your mind," he said, "is like this flame. It dances, flickers, reacts to every breeze." Then he closed all the windows. The flame steadied. "Now watch," he said, placing a glass over the candle. The flame grew stronger, brighter, concentrated. "That's focus," Arav said. "You don't need more fire. You need less wind." Nevon was quiet. He had been blaming himself for not having enough drive, but the problem wasn't drive, it was direction. He realized his phone, his habits, even his thoughts were wind, constant, invisible wind. For the first time, he understood focus wasn't a trait, it was a setup. That day, Nevon made a rule, one thing at a time, one goal per day. He silenced his notifications, cleaned his desk, and made a simple to-do list. It felt strange at first, too quiet, but that silence created space, space to think, to finish, to breathe. In 2 months, Nevon finished reading 3 books. He launched a small blog. He helped his younger brother with studies, but more than anything, he felt in control. His thoughts no longer dragged him around. He could now choose what mattered and give it his full attention. Years later, when someone asked him how he got his life together, Nevon laughed and said, "I didn't add more things to my life, I removed the noise." Then he added, "Dreams are like fire, but if you don't protect the flame, the wind will always win."